What is up, guys? Jav here, back today jumping into Destiny. We are back with another This Week in Destiny, giving you all the heads up on everything that you can expect for the up and coming week. This is week 4 of Season of Defiance. We see the continuation of the We Stand Unbroken quest. We have a brand new Nightfall and Nightfall exclusive reward, a full breakdown of all the lost sectors and what tests is available for Bright Dust this week. This week is an absolute juicer, so be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. Just over 60% of the viewers on the channel aren't currently subscribed, so make sure to hit that red button and ring that bell to ensure you don't miss an update. But without further delay, guys, let's jump into the video. Another week and another This Week in Destiny, and as we said in the intro, this week we see the continuation of the We Stand Unbroken quest. This week is in fact the last week to earn the final war table upgrades as well, with 3 being available. This will allow us to fully upgrade the vendor for Season of Defiance and unlock all the awesome perks and upgrades, allowing us to focus seasonal engrams into weapons and armor. Don't worry though, there's still plenty to come in Season of Defiance, with legend versions of the battlegrounds launching in week 5 of Season 20. Now from here we're going to move on to the featured raid and dungeon content. Now the featured raid for week 4 is the Vault of Glass. Now whenever a raid is featured, all the challenges are available, making it perfect to finish any associated seal, but also because some of the encounters are linked to how you obtain the weapons inside the Vault of Glass. If you're looking to farm out things like the Fatebringer hand cannon, which is still one of the best hand cannons in the game, then this week would be the best week to get your hands on it. Alongside the Vault of Glass, we have the Shattered Throne return, and this is the OG dungeon that launched back in Forsaken and actually houses one of the best farms for Defiant engrams. We actually covered this earlier in the season, so if you haven't checked out that video, be sure to do so, and I'll leave the link to that down in the video description below. But much like Dol Inkaru over in the Shattered Throne and Atheon over in the Vault of Glass, if you can take out these final bosses, both of them offer pinnacle rewards, perfect if you still find yourself on the power grind. Now next up we're going to move on to Dares of Eternity in the 30th Anniversary Pack activity, and this week sees the Pathfinder armor set return. This launched back in Season of the Lost, and that will be partnered by the Scatterhorn armor set from Forsaken. Now with Season of the Lost armor, we also have Season of the Lost weapons, including the Fractathist, the Chrysuria Mellow, the Vulpecula, the Wolftone Draw, the Iota Draconis, the Canis Major, the Contingency Plan, the Legal Action 2, the Outrageous Fortune, the Steel Sibyl Sword, and also the Spoiler Alert Sidearm. Now if you're still chasing down some of these weapons and armor pieces, they can drop during the course of the activity when you complete it, or by handing in strange coins over at the Star Horse over in the Treasure Hoard. Now from here we're going to move over to the weekly rituals, and we have a brand new Nightfall for week 4 of Season of Defiance. This week sees the return of the Arms Dealer strike that has been reworked for Season 20. Now all in all, some of these changes are fairly subtle, but naturally make the Nightfall more challenging, and it won't be one we can burn through like we have in previous seasons. Threshers once again are likely to be a thorn in our sides, as there are plenty in this strike, so be sure to be aware of those. And in terms of Nightfall exclusive rewards, we have 1 of 3 weapons available. This week could see the return of the Malicious Birthright, the Buzzard Sidearm, or the Swarm Machine Gun. Now all these weapons are reprised weapons in one way or another, but if there's a particular one that you prefer to chase, then be sure to sound off down in the comments below. Now to go alongside the Arms Dealer, we also see bonus Vanguard ranks all week long, perfect for upgrading Commander Zavala over in the tower and get our hands on the brand new Ritual Glaive for the season. Now Commander Zavala isn't the only vendor we'll be leveling up this week, with Lord Saladin returning with the Iron Banner. He'll return for good this week, and won't suddenly just disappear on us like he did last week, but new for this season is the ability to focus these engrams into pretty much any previous Iron Banner weapon and armor. It's the absolute perfect way to get your hands on some of the best loot in the game, especially if you're brand new to Destiny. There really has never been a better time to jump into Iron Banner, so whether you're looking to earn your Iron Lord seal for the first time or gild it again, then make sure to jump into the Crucible upon this week's weekly reset. To go alongside Iron Banner though, we also see Momentum Control return for the first time in Season 20, and as with any previous featured Crucible Rotator, there's also seasonal challenges linked to this mode, and we'll cover those later in the video. Next though, we're going to move on to Lost Sectors for week 4 of Season of Defiance. And this week kicks off with us visiting the Conflux, and this will be offering exotic helmets. On Wednesday, we'll be heading to the Thrillerdrome for a chance at exotic boots, with Thursday being over in the Hydropontics Delta, offering exotic gauntlets. On Friday, you can head over to the Gilded Precept for those exotic chess pieces. And as for over the weekend, you can head over to the Excavation site on Saturday for another chance at exotic helmets, and the Skydock on Sunday for those exotic boots. And to round us out for the week, on Monday, you can head over to the Quarry, and this will give you a second chance at a pair of exotic gauntlets. So if you still find yourself chasing the new exotics for Season 20, then be sure to plan your week accordingly. And if you want to check out this calendar for yourself, then make sure to do so over in Today in Destiny, and I'll leave the link to that down in the video description below. Now from here, we're going to move on to seasonal challenges, and this week sees 9 new seasonal challenges available. The first is called All That Matters, and here you need to complete week 4 of the We Stand Unbroken quest. That's alongside Cunning Liberator, so here we need to defeat combatants in the Defiant Battlegrounds playlist using energy weapons, and you earn bonus progress if they also deal void or arc damage. That's alongside Focused Defiance, and he needs to decode and focus Defiant engrams at the war table during Season of Defiance. Next we have Strand Weaver, so he needs to complete the final Strand quest, as well as also rapidly defeating combatants throughout Neomuna, and you'll get bonus progress for sidearm final blows. Next we have Mod Collector, and he needs to unlock 12 mods on your seasonal artifact. That's alongside Momentum Crash, so he needs to defeat Guardians in Momentum Control and earn bonus progress for Zone Advantage. That's alongside Razor's Edge, so he needs to defeat targets with swords, bows and glaives in Gambit, and you'll earn bonus progress for defeating Guardians. The penultimate challenge is called Darkest Nightfall, and he needs to complete any Nightfall strike on the hero difficulty or higher. And the final challenge for week 4 is called Precision Calibration, and he needs to calibrate marksman weapons, including scout rifles, sniper rifles and linear fusion rifles, by landing precision final blows, and you'll get bonus progress for defeating Guardians. Now 3 of these challenges offer war table upgrades, allowing us to fully upgrade our vendor for this season. They all offer Challenger XP, and some offer Bright Dust, which brings us nicely onto the final section of this week's video, and that's what Tess has available for Bright Dust for week 4 of Season of Defiance. Now over in the featured Bright Dust shelf, we have an exotic emote called Trap Setting. This is from Season of the Hunt and will set you back 3,250 Bright Dust this week. Alongside that, we have an exotic ghost shell called Overcharged. So if you missed out on this last season, then this will set you back 2,850 Bright Dust. That's alongside a legendary transmat effect called Stasis Entrance. So if you missed out on this one, this will set you back 450 Bright Dust. Now as for the shaders this week, we have a legendary shader called Lion's Pride from Season of the Lost. So once again, if you are collecting and missed out on this one, this will set you back 300 Bright Dust this week. That's alongside Iridescent Coral from Season of the Undying. So if you like the look of the colour scheme that you see here on my Warlock, make sure to pick this one up, which will also set you back 300 Bright Dust. Now over in the main Bright Dust store, we have another exotic multiplayer emote called Pick a Card. This is brand new for Season of Defiance and will set you back 4,250 Bright Dust. Now next up we have Universal Armor Ornaments, and these are for the brand new Season 20 armor set. For your Warlocks you have the Technologic Gloves, for your Hunters you have the Limitless Subversion Grips, and for your Titans you have the Cogent Beat Gauntlets. Now these are available for each and every class, with each one setting you back 1,200 Bright Dust. Alongside those, we have an exotic ghost shell called Wanderers. Now this is from Season of the Lost as well, and will set you back 2,850 Bright Dust. Alongside that, we have the Lone Howl, an exotic sparrow from Season of the Splicer that will set you back 2,500 Bright Dust. Alongside those, we have the Prometheus OSP exotic ship. Now this is from Season of the Risen, and will set you back 2,000 Bright Dust this week. The penultimate item is a legendary ghost projection called the Infinity Door. Now this is from Season of the Splicer, so if you missed out on it, it will set you back 1,500 Bright Dust this week. And the final item on offer is an exotic weapon ornament for the Osteo-Striga, and this is called Blooming Guilt. Now this was introduced in Season of the Sereth and looks absolutely awesome, and will set you back just 1,250 Bright Dust this week. So there we have it guys, a good look on everything that you can expect for week 4 of Season of Defiance. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to pick up the game as always, guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.